right, so what is a trigger? First off, a trigger is to get you in motion without being stuck over a ball. So that means if I was over a ball and I looked at the target and I look back, I see a lot of amateurs stuck. They have no trigger and they just pull it away and it yanks away. It messes up your timing, your rhythm. It feels snaggy and a lot of bad things happen. And that just means you're thinking too much. You have no reaction. And I explain it like if someone threw me a ball and I was in a basketball game at the 3-point line and I had too much time to shoot it, I'm gonna miss it because I'm gonna be thinking. Instead of just getting it and throwing it, that's a reaction. I'm gonna make it a lot better when I don't think, okay? So that's what a trigger is a reaction so we can just look and go. Now, there's all types of triggers, okay? So what is a trigger? To me, a trigger is when I get over it, the most common trigger back in the old days is they'd waggle. This is called a waggle, okay? And that's just loosening you up. And a lot of people like Hogan used to explain a waggle will also help your path of your club go back. So he's kind of pre-organizing where his path was gonna go along. So you're not gonna see a trigger or a waggle like this or like this. You're gonna see a waggle that's gonna go much more up the plane. And we'll talk about plane too. So what is this trigger? So when I look at the target and I'm waggling and I set my club, boom, that was a knee kick in, okay? So a lot of players like the knee kick in. That was probably the very first trigger ever is you'd see all the old timers look and then their knee would go and then they take it away. That got them in a good rhythm, okay? Here's another really good trigger. They combine that knee move in with a little hip turn, okay? So it's like, and then go. You'll see Matt Wolf with the trigger where he moves this way, back, little trigger and go. Now, a lot of those players also trigger with some hand press forward, okay? So we call that a forward press. So they look at the target, they're waggling, they combine a little bit of this. So when they actually turn, it brings your handle forward. So it combines everything and it moves you into a good motion without thinking, all right? So you'd look at Nicholas. Nicholas had a trigger. He'd look at it and then he'd look back and his neck would turn and then he'd go. That would help him turn back, but also give him a good rhythm. You look at Kyle Berkshire. Kyle Berkshire is like this. And then as soon as he steps on his right foot, boom, he's a long driver. So it can be a little bit sloppier for speed, but also to create some kind of movement back to create some more speed, okay? To create more turn, to create more extension so he can go back into flexion and then extend, okay? So these are all reasons why people use these triggers, but also what type of triggers that we use, okay? Here's one that I like to use is I'm actually over the ball, I look, and then I tap it and I go, okay? That's a common trigger. I also get stuck in a trigger I don't like, but Nick Faldo used to use it. He used to actually set up and he'd knee bend and then go. That's another really common trigger. I'd say alone, just a forward press, okay? Now, sometimes I don't like the forward press because a lot of players who forward press push their hands too far forward and start to bring the club inside. So when I have a trigger, I always told you before that I like this left arm in line with my shaft because it helps you feel like you have leverage away, like a one-piece takeaway. And one piece means this whole unit's going away together. So when you see someone's hands back like this and they're waggling here, you'll see them move that into straight line because that creates some good leverage to take it away, okay? You also saw Nicholas. Nicholas would do the same thing. His neck would tilt as he got that trigger, moving it forward a little with that handle. I would say those are some of the most common triggers. I see a lot of players also go into a right knee flexion where they put a little bit of pressure on that toe before it moves back to the heel. It's almost like a little pressure, right? And then it moves and recenters, okay? So when players do that, they don't keep their hips square and do this. They almost open up a little bit. You'll see Rory with the trigger where it's here and then he moves. And it'll almost look like his left leg's extending. So he's opening with pressure going to the toe and the left leg extending, then he actually puts pressure back. So it'll look like a little bit of a boom, boom. And you'll also see someone like Henrik Stenson almost look like he gets all the way over here before he starts to recenter his pressure. So these are all things that are making you more reactionary, making you more in rhythm, and making it more instinctual. So you're actually looking and going and not getting stuck over the ball. Now, what do I prefer personally? I know what I do, but that doesn't mean I teach everybody that. I think the easiest one will always be look once, tap, look twice, tap, knee in, and go. And if you want to mix that with a little hand forward, or you want to mix that in with the knee going in and the hips opening, and then before you go, that's fine. As long as we don't get too much roll inside, we're fine, okay? So I'd say those are the most important triggers, and that's why we trigger. And I think that the most important thing about a trigger you gotta understand is not the least amount of moving parts like we've all been taught, it's to make you not think. If you guys are looking for more tips or more information about the golf swing, I've got lots more on George Gankas Golf. Click the link in the description and you'll have all the info you could ever need.